Hello guys, so welcome to this brand new video. Today we are making a simple birthday flyer like this. So if you're new here, make sure that you like the video and subscribe and also share so that we learn together. So first of all, as usual, we go to file and select new. Alright, so we have to choose our dimensions, right? And then with this we are using inches, so make it 5 by 5. And the resolution should be 300. Color mode should be RGB color, transparent background. Don't color manage for the color profile. And then that's all. So you create. Alright, so after doing this, go to the adjustments layer and then select solid color. And then select this color, right? So I'll put the color code in the description of the video so that you can copy and then paste. Alright, so after doing that, you create a new layer and then move straight. But then before you go to the source files to bring in your pictures, let's do some touches to the background. So make sure that the layer for the background is selected and then go to filter and select noise, right? And then add noise, convert to smart object. Yes, and then you add some noise to it. So it should be 13.46, right? And then it should be Gaussian. So let's reduce it a bit. Alright, so 9.16 Gaussian noise, right? Okay, so after doing that to the background, you go to your source files and then bring in the shape. I actually did this using Photoshop, right? But then if I do it right now, the video will be long. But then what I did was I used the curvature pen to draw something like a circle and then just did some designs. Alright, so after bringing in the shape, then let's move to the source files once again and then bring in our image 2, right? Okay, so what we'll do is we have to reduce the size a bit, right? So reduce the size, something like that, and then right click and flip horizontal. So bring it here. Okay, so after doing that, let's press Ctrl Shift A, right? Or you can probably go to filter and select camera raw filter. Okay, so after doing that, I just want to increase the highlight here because I'll not really add anything. I'll probably increase the texture a bit to about 11, right? Okay, and press OK. Okay, so after doing that, you press Ctrl Shift Alt B, right? Ctrl Shift Alt B, and then make sure that you switch on the tint, right? And then you take it to this about 295, and then you reduce the saturation to about 6, right? Okay, and press OK. So after doing this, then you create a clipping mask, right? Okay, so after creating a clipping mask, you go to the layer style where they've written FX and you select drop shadow. So after selecting your drop shadow, we have to change everything here. So first of all, the color should be white, right? And then the blending mode should be normal. Then the contour, right? Select this, right? Okay, the opacity should be 100, and also the size should be decreased a bit. So I think something like this is fine. So I think this is okay. All right, so let's switch the angle. The angle should be switched to 0 or probably 3 should be okay. let's okay, so the size should be decreased to about 6, right? So and the distance should be 7, right? So I think this is okay. Then you press okay. All right, so after doing this, we have to, if you look at the templates flyer, we have some birthdays written here. So let's type in that one before we can go to the other text. So you create a new layer. All right, so make sure that you select the topmost layer and then you type in. All right, you select the text to, the color should be this color. So I'll put the color code in the description of the video, just as I said, or in the source files. And then the font I used, the font style I used was called Old English Text, right? Okay, so if you don't have it, you can download and then install it so that it will come. Okay, so let's increase the size to about 48, right? Well, okay, so 60 is okay. All right, then let's bring it here, and then the blend mode should be changed from normal to luminosity. Then you press Ctrl J and then make a copy of it. Then you press Ctrl T to select it. I normally prefer using the arrow keys, so, or you can just bring it up here. So this is fine. All right, so after doing this, let's go to the source files once again and then bring in our text, right? Bring in our text. So let's decrease the size a bit, just a birthday wish, right? Okay, so this is okay. So after bringing in your text, then you go back to the source files and then you bring in your image one. Okay, so just bring it here. I think this is okay. And then you go to the layer style where they've written effects. You select drop shadow and then apply the same settings that you did for the first one to it. I think we are good to go. So you press OK. All right, so after doing this, if you look at the template flyer, this image here should be, the size should be increased a bit, and then there is some kind of designs here, right? So let's do that one. So just press Ctrl T and then increase the size a bit, right? So you just increase the size a bit and then, so this is fine. Then you press Ctrl Shift Alt B, right? Ctrl Shift Alt B, select your tint just as we did for the first one. This place should be, I think it was 295. So 295. 295, and then the saturation should be 8. Alright, okay. So you press OK. Alright, so after doing this, then you create a new layer and then select your curvature pen tool, right? Curvature pen tool, and then you just do some designs here, just some designs here, just draw something over this, right? Okay, so after doing that, you go to the fill and then make sure that you switch it off. and also the stroke should be switched on, and select this color or the same color as that of the background, and increase the size to about 20 pixels, right? So you press OK. I think it's still small, so let's increase it to 40. Okay, so the 40 is fine. All right, so after doing that, you create another layer, right? So we are almost done. After creating the new layer, we have to write these tests and then these ones, then we are done. All right, okay, so what we have to do is that just select your text tool, and then the font size should be decreased to about 16, right? And then the font type that I use is Brighter Sans. MTN Brighter Sans. Okay, so bold, and then the color should be this, right? This orange color, which I'll put the color code in the source file so you can copy as usual and paste. All right, glorious. Okay, so let's reduce the size to 13. Okay, all right, and bring it down here. Okay, so after that, then you write again me. Okay, so with this one, just select it, change the color to black, and the font size should be decreased to about 6, right? And then the letter spacing should be increased to about 200. Okay, so the next thing is that we need to select the rectangle tool, right? Select your rectangle tool, and then just draw this rectangle, something like this. Okay, the fill should be changed to okay, so this color is okay. Right, so you just use the eyedrop tool by pressing the color picker, and then you use the eyedrop tool to pick up this color, right? Okay, so after that, select your pen tool, and then just draw this pen, this pointer. Okay, so it should be of the same color as this rectangle, right? So after that, then you select the two, the shape tool, and then the rectangle, and then you convert to smart object, and then you reduce the opacity to about 67. Okay, then create a new layer as usual. So you have to write the name, right? So your text tool, and then with this one, the color should be of this, and then we are using the same font style, right? MTN Brighter Sans. The font size should be 12. The letter spacing should be -50, right? Okay, so right, Benjamin Chiru what? All right, so after doing that, just drag it to fit. I think we should reduce the size to about 11. Okay, All right. So after doing this, you go to the shape to the layer right behind the name or right below the name, and then you press Ctrl J, make a copy of it. Then you press Ctrl T and then drag this here, right? And reduce the size a bit. Shouldn't be of the same size like the first one. All right. So after doing that, for that one, increase the opacity from 67 to 100. So after that, then you write the text on it, right? So first, I guessed, increase the font size to fit the rectangle. So I think 15 is okay. Then select the first highest layer, then you press shift and select the shape 2 copy, right? A shape 2 copy. So after doing that, you convert them to smart object. Okay, so then you press Ctrl T, then you drag it here a bit, then you rotate it. So this is fine. Okay, so we are almost done with the video. We are almost done making this flyer. The last thing that we have to do here is to draw our ellipse tools. So just right click here and then select the ellipse tool. Then you draw an ellipse tool here. Just make sure that the fill is off, and then the stroke, select this color, the color that we've been using all this while, and then increase the size to about 20 pixels. Okay, so after doing that, right, if you look at this, there is another one here, so you have to draw another one again. So just create a new layer and draw another one here, just small. Okay, so apply the same settings to it, fill off, then stroke, the stroke, increase it to about 18. Okay, so with that one, the blend mode, change it to luminosity, right? And then you press create a new layer. So I think this is it, right? So the next thing is that just press Ctrl Shift Alt E. Right, after doing that, you go to color balance, then you create a clipping mask, and then you just do some adjustment to the colors to make it look nicer. Okay, so I'm done with mine. All right, so congratulations for making it this far. Make sure that you like the video and then subscribe to the channel so that we learn together. Stay tuned.